It's unfortunate, man, because at the end of the days, man, the coaches and the players really are suffering from this, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Arena Insider Press Pass. I'm your host, Anthony Carter, and on today's episode, we have Tamatoa Silva, former nose guard with the Iowa Rampage. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. First, take us through how you got with the Iowa Rampage and just heading into the season, training camp, getting ready, going through that first game. What was that like for you as a player?
So, so just to take it back a couple of years, man, I was invited to a showcase out there in Hawaii, XFL showcase out there in Hawaii in June of 2022. Um, my performance there led me to the pre-draft workout with the Orlando Guardians with Coach Ty Warren as their D-line coach. And I was advised to go indoor and get recent film because I didn't play college football. I stopped after high school. And he said to go indoor and get recent film for a year and then we'll talk. But unfortunately, after the merger, the Orlando Guardians didn't make the cut, the USFL and the XFL merger. So, man, I didn't stop there. I didn't let that stop me. I felt like God brought this opportunity to me. So I figured why not give it another run and see where it takes me. So, uh, with my first year in indoor football, I started off in the CIF, the Champions Indoor Football League. I was with the Topeka Tropics for 3 games before I got picked up by the Duke City Gladiators in the IFL, and that's where I finished my season. So during the off season, I get a phone call with an opportunity to sign a contract with the Iowa Rampage, who were joining the AFL. And me knowing what the AFL was before, uh, there's like no hesitation. You know what I mean? But I still had to pray about it and talk with the wife. I am married with 2 kids, and I had to talk with the wife about it and pray. And ultimately, I felt led to sign the contract, man, and give it a shot. And that's how I ended up here.
Talk to me about that moment when you finally got that shot, when you got that call to sign the contract, knowing how beneficial it would be for you and your family. What was going through your mind at that time?
Man, it was a blessing, to know that Kurt Warner started his professional career out here in Iowa, with the Barnstormers in the AFL, and he got picked up uh, by the Rams from the AFL. So that alone, that alone spoke volumes. Like it really did. It got me hyped. Like, man, this could be it. God allows things to happen for a reason. The Orlando Guardians was no longer. So this was like, man, this is like the premier arena football league. Like the reputation it had before when my coaches played, Coach uh, Romaine, Coach Demo, Coach Jackson, when they played in the AFL, man, I saw it as that, and that's why I took the opportunity.
What was your motivation going through when you got this opportunity and going through training camp and meeting, like you mentioned, those former AFL stars, James Romaine and Donovan Morgan? What motivated you to keep going, to earn your spot, and to keep your spot?
Man, ultimately it's got to be my kids, man. My kids motivate me in life general, like generally, like my kids is my motivation, my family, my wife, who have who've given up a lot to leave Hawaii, to leave home and come out here to the Midwest and support me, and that alone gave me the reason to go, gave me every reason to go out there and do what I got to do.
Where did you see yourself after this season? Was it to stay with Iowa? Was it to stay in arena football, or did you have plans to go even to the higher leagues like NFL or CFL?
Man, my dreams was always to play in the big league, the NFL. So ultimately, coming into this league, coming into this season, I had a chip on my shoulder to 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 go out there and perform and to possibly be the next underdog like Kurt Warner, to get out there and man, get any opportunity I can.
Take me through what it was like playing with the Rampage.
Man, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I did get hurt uh while training camp and actually right before training camp. So I was limited a little bit, but I was still there and I still got to go out in training camp, run around and do whatever I had to do. But just being there, man, knowing the coaches we had, former AFL Hall of Famers, man, Coach Demo, Coach Rowe, Coach Jackson. Man, you talking about big names from the AFL, man. To be coached by them, was a privilege, and that's what hurts a lot from everything that's happened, all the falling out, man. We had a solid coaching staff, man, a coaching staff that I would play for any day, you know. Coach Wells, man, former arena legends too on the team, man. We had Larry Beavers, we had Rakeem Cato, Marshall Hall of Famer, you know what I mean? Like just a lot of guys, man. We had a team around us, man. We had a good team around us, and that's what really hurts us a lot too right now. That that everything folded like this, man. Like can't even tell you, man. The just the emotions, man. Like just having we all got dreams and aspirations. For some of us, man, we got goals to keep going, man. We had guys that played in SEC ball, Auburn. We had guys that played D1 college, man. This was their first year in arena football, and this is the experience they get, man. Not too good, They got dreams. We all got dreams. For some of us, man, it's our last ride, and to be, to have to sacrifice leaving our families and leaving home to go pursue our dream, to be told one thing but to be shown a whole different other thing. Like it's unfortunate, man, because at the end of the days, man, the coaches and the players really really are suffering from this, man. And I can tell you in all aspects, man, emotionally, financially, like it's not easy, man. And that's why I decided to speak out, because it's not right. It's not right what's taking place and what was done. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and there's a lot of wrong in this. And this right here could kill somebody's dream, you know what I mean? Like somebody who has dreams to go to the next level, man. This right here could kill somebody's dreams, man. I shed tears over this whole situation, man. Like it's very sad. And for me, I got my family out here. I got my kids. My wife was preparing and cooking meals for the team. My wife has labored, man, out here cooking for the team, man. Like, she's prepared over 800 meals. Like she cried when all this was happening, man. It's very sad and unfortunate. Like we were sold on something that really wasn't what it was. You know.
When did you learn about the news of Iowa announcing that they were going to fold, and did it catch you by surprise at all?
Man, let me take you through this, man. We learned on Thursday, this past Thursday. The owner sent us the news release, the press release in our group chat. And he He said what he said. He released the press to us, the press release saying that he has no option but to fold the team. Not even 3 minutes later, it's all over social media. You know what I mean? So we found out when everybody else found out. And yeah, to be honest, man, it did catch a lot of us by surprise. It did. It really did. Because before that, the problem was getting us paid, you know? We weren't being paid. Like they told us one day we were gonna get paid. That day came, it didn't happen. Another day came, didn't happen, you know what I mean? So then all of a sudden the team is folding. Like, man, what? You know, like, man, it caught a lot of us by surprise, you know, and that's not even the end of it, you know, like, but yeah, it was on this past Thursday where we found out that the team was no longer, and we found out at the same time everybody else on social media found out.
So you say you found out on social media, so you didn't have a conversation with the owner beforehand. What about after the fact that you saw it on social media? Has there been any
Oh,
communication
so
with the owner or even the league office at that?
no, so what happened was the owner sent us a statement in our group chat. We had a group chat as players where we'd communicate with the coaches, the owners, the GM. You know, he sent us a paragraph in the group chat. You know, a long paragraph stating basically that the team was going to fold and he had no choice. You swipe. I remember swiping right out of my group chat, going on Instagram and seeing that they posted it at the same time that they're telling us. So we found out the same time that they released it to the public, basically, you know? You think, man, we all came out here for a reason. We all left home. We all came from so far, wherever we all came from, you know? They didn't have the respect to come down and talk to us as men, you know, and as professionals, you know, and tell us to our faces, like, man, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. Because after that, there was no getting a hold of the owner, the GM, nothing, man. Like, if you had questions, you know, forget if they were gonna get answered, you know. Like, I played in the IFL last year with the Duke City Gladiators, and I know what a professional organization is and what it's supposed to be. I was treated well there. I was treated like a professional. We had cryotherapy set up. We had everything set up for us. We were taken care of. We were paid on time. You know, we were fed. We I know what it's like to be treated like you're a professional athlete, you know, and get paid on time. And this right here was totally was a total sideline, man.
So you mentioned paychecks. Have you gotten paid throughout the season?
So the guys I personally haven't been paid. Some of us haven't been paid. Some have, but only partially from the Southwest Kansas Storm owners themselves. Out of the kindness of their heart, from what it seemed was they paid us to come out and play that game. The team folded on Thursday. We're supposed to play Southwest Kansas Storm on Saturday. So once the team folded, you know, the commissioner stepped in and told us this and that, which he didn't follow through with his word. And Southwest Kansas ended up paying us. They sent their bus from Dodge City, Kansas to come pick up our players from Council Bluffs, Iowa, so that their fans can basically have a game, you know? And what they did was you know, very much appreciative for the guys who did get paid X amount. Nobody got paid their full amount that's stated on the contract. I didn't receive nothing. Um, but they did pay the players something, you know. But but yeah, they sent the bus out here to pick up the players, took them down there and sent them back to drop them off, man. So you know you can't be too mad at that. You know, they did something on their own dime, I'm sure, you know, like the commissioner said one thing, but it was a total opposite.
Have you been communicating with your teammates and how are they doing during all of this?
Yeah, we've I've been in communication with all my teammates. Um, you know, some guys are making their way home, and some guys are stuck here with nowhere to go. Today was the last day for the hotel. They came knocking at doors this morning and told my teammates they had to leave because the owners only paid up until today for their rooms. So some guys are stuck here and trying to find a way home, and some guys are making their way home. Um, I was in a house that was provided by the team for me and my family, and I too received a call from the landlord saying that I got a week to figure out how to get my family home, to get out of the house, basically. And it was very unfortunate, very sad situation, man. We were looking forward to playing this whole season, but unfortunately, this is how things played out, and we were left out to dry. We didn't hear from our owners after them telling us the team was going to phone, and the commissioner. Uh, we've talked with the commissioner, and he said things, and things didn't end up. He didn't end up following through with his word. So, you know, um, yeah, we're out here, man.
How do you during all of this, which I'm sure I know is probably difficult, especially for you and your family, how are you kind of staying yourself and staying motivated? Is there anything that you're doing to kind of keep you in the right spirits during all of this?
Yeah, for sure, man. There's only one thing that's keeping me in the right spirit right now, and I'm gonna say it: praying, man, trusting God. You know, if I was leaning on my own understanding right now, I'd probably be really stressed out and really trying to make sense of all this. Because you know what, things aren't gonna make sense overnight, but God can go before me and perform miracles, and that's the only reason why I'm cool, calm, and collected for the most part of it, and able to try and see past things and see what's right. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And I feel like the players need to be heard, man. This isn't right because I got teammates that I played with last year that are on different AFL teams who are experiencing the same thing. Um, and I can't speak for all the AFL teams, but there are a lot out there. I got friends on different teams, many of different teams, and a lot of them are facing the same things we are. We're the only team that folded, I believe, but there are a lot of players out there that haven't been paid and haven't been housed and stuff like that.
What are you hoping for from this point on, and kind of what is your next step?
And I'm hoping that the league and the owners can be professional about this. You know, you can't call us professional football players and not treat us like professional football players. You can't call yourself a professional league and you're not conducting yourself as a professional league. So I'm hoping that the commissioners, the owners, the CEO, whoever it is, come together and make this right, even if we got to take it off this season. Even if we got to stay folded, we got to do what we got to do. We got to move on and hope for better next season. But there are guys out there that's hurting, man. Guys out there that's struggling financially, that can't get home. Guys out there that might not want to speak up because this could tarnish their career. But you know what? I'm going to stand in the gap and I'm going to stand for what's right. And what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. I just hope that the commissioner, the CEO, and the owners that haven't paid their players, the league that hasn't paid the players, I hope they can come together collectively and make this right, man. That's all I'm hoping for.
Do you have a message to fans or maybe just other players around the league that may be going through a similar situation that you're going through?
Man, keep the faith, man. To the players out there that's facing the same thing that I'm doing, man. Don't give up on the dream. Don't let this right here cause you to give up on your dream and cause you to be discouraged. Keep the faith, keep fighting, keep working, keep grinding because it don't stop here. It really doesn't. It'll stop here if you let it stop you here. And to the fans, man, I don't know what else to say but that, you know, very sorry that things played out like this. I believe we had a good fan base out here in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and man, it's unfortunate. And there's nothing else to say but that, you know, I'm sorry that everybody has to go through this, but there are people who are in control that can take care of this and make things right. And I'm just hoping that they do moving forward.
Tamatoa Silva, appreciate you for joining and opening up, especially during this difficult time. And I hope everything goes well for you and your family.
Man, thank you so much for the time and consideration, man. Thank you for this time and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.